Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft survival experience. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special episode. For one reason, we're using shaders, as you can see. Link will be down below to the shaders that I am using. They are Silder's vibrant shaders. So if you don't go down to the description, you'll still be able to find them pretty much anywhere online. They're pretty popular. And today is the world tour episode. Every 20 episodes in this world, I want to have a world tour, and it's about time we had one in this world. We've gotten a lot done around here. As you can see, I've made even more progress since the last time we had an episode, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy today's world tour. If this is your first time watching me, hello, welcome, enjoy the world tour. It'll very much get you caught up on pretty much everything we've done in these past 20 episodes, or the past 19. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, drink, whatever you want, and enjoy the tour. Something I should also mention, there will be a world download down in the description below. It should be somewhere below the main description portion. You'll find it down in the description below. Something that's been asked for a very, very long time, and I think it's definitely appropriate to have a world download for this tour. It won't be anything special, just me and my gear. Maybe a little stand somewhere, nothing special. If you guys have any suggestions for future ones, as always, you can suggest them. But I already have some in mind for the next one after this, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's get started with the tour. So we're actually going to start right here. And right here, this pillar is, I believe, almost the exact place where I first spawned into this world. We spawned in right here, random seed, had no idea what I was going to get. And we got this, which is a pretty cool seed. So this is our spawn. Another portal right here. It goes into it goes into what's going to be our main Nether hub eventually. And then I added these little lily pads around here over to a chicken cooker, which is Lifter92's design. It works pretty well, as you can see. Works pretty well. Very much enjoy having it as a little bit of extra food whenever we need it, which is pretty darn cool. But the first thing I saw whenever I came into this world, I sort of started to walk around a little bit, and the first thing I saw was something over there. So that's where we're going to next, following our little pathway design right here. As you can see, it's made out of all these different stone materials. I really like it. Past a few ponds and stuff. I still got to add a few more of these things around here. I really enjoy adding those details, and they add a lot. We have a little waterfall right here with like 2 ponds. It looks pretty cool. But this over here used to be an NPC village, a regular NPC village, villagers in it, all kinds of cool stuff. And so slowly but surely over the many months that we've been in this world, I have transformed it into this. So first things first, we have our fishing shack right here. I have an AFK fish farm in here, which I use quite a bit. I can actually show you how much I use it. I use it quite a bit. This is where I get most of my mending books from. We do have a villager breeder, which I'll show you guys in just a minute. Yeah, we got a bunch of different books in here. I try to AFK fish as much as I can, especially before the 1.13 update comes out, because I don't know if these things actually work, so it's probably best to get them done now. Here we have this little bit of a bridge that goes across this river over into the village. So this is the village wall. It's not completely complete. We do still have the gates left to do, and I think I have a few more details I want to add, but this is the basis and the whole point, I should probably mention, of this village. We do have a bit of lore for this area. So the whole point of this village is this is where the first settlers of the area came and settled down. So it's not incredibly advanced. It's just some simple houses, simple wall right here. And eventually this will become a ruined town. So what happens is the villagers, once they come probably from over there somewhere, they come this way, they settle down here, and they eventually leave. And so where this world's going to be set, where this village is going to be set in time, is after a long, long time after the villagers have already left. So eventually this will be ruined. Right now it's fine, but over time we will slowly add holes into places. You can already see some rocks being developed and some leaves on the walls. Eventually that'll be developed into a ruined area over here. So this is our pathway design as well, made out of bricks, actually, which surprised a lot of people. I very much enjoy it, though. I really like the pathway design for it. And like I said, this was based on an NPC village, so everything around here, all of these houses are based upon NPC village houses, except for maybe 1 or 2, which I'll show you over there. All of these are based on NPC village houses, For instance, this one's a very basic one. Haven't done the interior of it just yet, but very basic house right there. This is based on like the bigger one of the bigger ones. Got a nice little bed, nice little interior. And this one we have furnished that one. And as you can see, all these little details around here. I've been adding more and more of these trees, which I added just recently. Those little houses there to try to add a lot to the space and fill up the walls around here. We do have a few beacons as well, as you can probably see around here. Most of them are these sorts of beacons, the 1-tier beacons, because I don't have enough blocks for the rest of it, but that's really okay. This is our enchantment house. I have my enchantment table in here, a few anvils and things like that, chests to put random stuff in, nice set of armor right here. I really love the interior of this one. This is probably one of my favorite interiors out of this one and probably that house over there that I showed you guys. Probably my 2 favorite interiors of all time, so definitely pretty cool. This is our to-do list board, which I haven't updated in quite a while, but I made this thing towards the very beginning of the world. We put all kinds of different things on here that we want to do. For instance, making a windmill, which I'll show you guys in a bit. Making a tree farm, villager breeder, things like that. Anything I really want to do in this world, I put on this to-do list board right here, which really helps out. This is my main house. As you can see, it has a brewing stand, ender chest. Eventually, this will go down to probably a sewer system or some sort of underground area. We'll see, though. Hopefully pretty soon. A few other chests over here, nothing major. A few other things over here. A few extra houses with a few interiors, as you can see. You're free to check out all the interiors if you want to download the world. Like I said, link is down below. And I've been adding a lot of these houses around here, which looks pretty cool. So these are the 2 houses I was talking about that are different from the rest. We'll start with this one. This one's just a regular old house. Nothing too special about it, but it's just a lot bigger than the rest of them. So it looks pretty cool. And then this one over here is actually the village leader's house. So obviously every village has some sort of leader, whether it's a village elder or a mayor or something like that. So this is what we call the village leader's house. It was designed by one of you guys, Tech Asian, who sent me this build in a world download, and I just sort of modified it. So got a nice little staircase going up here, a few little rooms, a little desk right there, some chests, a nice little bedroom right here. Nothing too major. One of the highlights of this house, in my opinion, is what I did to the outside. So I ended up adding these little windows up here, which I've never really done before. I don't really add windows, but I think it looks pretty darn cool. So that's pretty awesome to see. And of course, we still have these little details around here. We have a pond, we have a few more of these houses, and then we have another special house over here, which is my stream torch house. So for those of you who don't know, I do stream on Twitch. The link is down below if you guys are interested. And every single stream, I rename one of these torches, one of these redstone torches, to the name of the number of the stream, something like that, and the date of the stream. So we've had 35 streams in total, both in this world and in a different world, which I haven't done a tour of, but 35 Minecraft streams. I record all the Minecraft streams that I do, so that's pretty cool. Definitely happy about that. But let me go to sleep, guys, real quick. Sleep through the night, and then we can continue with the tour. I know that shaders look terrible at night, so we'll just go ahead and sleep through them. And last but not least, we have a few rock formations over here, a nice custom tree, and this little pathway, which is is a very recent addition that I really like. It just comes over to a custom tree. I might add some chests over here or something. It's got some rocks right here. It's nothing special, but it's very cozy. I really like it over here. I think I want to add a bench maybe, like over here or something, or over there. I really like the whole idea of benches, so that's a pretty cool place for me. And I think if you guys downloaded the world and saw it for yourself, I think you would like that as well. And of course, we still have a bunch of places planned out. We have a fountain planned over here. We have a stables planned over there. I don't have any horses yet, but I definitely want to have a stable over here. We have our well planned for right here, which is where the original NPC well was at, and all kinds of good stuff there. So last thing that we have for this village is actually right outside of it. We have a few animal pens out here, which were used quite a bit towards the very beginning. I don't use them too much, though. We have cows, pigs, and sheep. Nothing major. Just some nice little pens to have all of our animals in for future use. But that's it for the village. That's pretty much it there. We'll actually head back over that way a little bit later to finish off the overworld portion. But I want to take you guys along this pathway. So the whole goal of the pathways is to connect up all of our different areas across the overworld, right? Every single one of them, because I want all the areas to be within a nice walking distance or at least a lot of the main areas. Some of the biomes like mesas and stuff probably not, but still. But this right here is another part of this entire area and part of the lore. So this is the farm area for the village. This right here has all kinds of wheat fields that we're working on. It has this nice little windmill, as you can see, which has a bed in the back and a bunch of storage for wheat and stuff up here. Nothing too major. It has a nice little lookout deck right here, which I really like. It's a very nice addition. So you can see some of the wheat still growing in and stuff. Over there, we're eventually going to have like a barn and like a little like farmer's house and stuff. But for now, it'll stay as is without that. Right there was supposed to be a quarry right here. That's why I marked this area out with all these path blocks. I'm not entirely certain yet if I want to continue with this quarry idea. I don't know if it necessarily makes sense given the farm right here. The reason I made this quarry, though, is because of down here. This is actually the original cave that we went down into. As you can see, we have this down here. This goes all the way down. We actually have a spider spawner down here, I believe. I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, if we go down here, we have a spider spawner over this way. Or a spider dungeon. It was the first dungeon I believe I found. Yeah, right there. A little spider one, as you can see. Which is pretty darn cool. I really like it. I really like having it there. Now, we haven't actually used it, but that's a whole different story, and we can leave that for another day. Definitely still want to use it at some point, at least for a string farm. It'd be super cool to have around here, so definitely want to use that at some point. But the other side of this was actually a little nothing cave. I mean, there was really nothing over here. It was just kind of a dead end until I made this. So this houses our first ever wooden pickaxe, our first ever set of iron armor, and this is our main storage area for now. Very natural, right? We have all these blocks in here, though, and it really helps out the entire storage process, which is pretty darn cool. I use this quite a bit, so I very much enjoy having it. We have a little ender chest right here and stuff. It's a pretty cool little place. I really like the details around here. The whole point of this is so we have all this coarse dirt, all this grass right here, and eventually, as you go further and further down, you see less and less grass until you get to the coarse dirt. Because obviously there'd be less light getting down here, so less chance of you actually getting some grass growing. So pretty cool stuff right there. And then of course around this wheat field I want to have a pathway. So if we head down this way, we have pathways in between dividing up the different crops. So wheat and potatoes and carrots on the other side. Just kind of divide things up and make it more of a concrete division between all the different crops and stuff. But we also have this little pathway that I'm working on right now around this little village area. Is actually ender pearl over here, so you can get a better idea. It stops right down there for now. I'm still working on this, trying to get things going, but for now it just sort of stops down there, which is pretty cool, really. I don't know, not really cool, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there, guys. So stay tuned for that. But then over here is the other main portion of this area that I've worked quite a bit on, which is the villager breeder. Now, right now, this villager breeder isn't working. I can actually go show you guys. It's not working right now. It was working a while back, but they're not picking up the crops. Now, they planted them recently. I don't know why, but they're not picking up. They're not harvesting those crops. So I don't know why. If you guys have any ideas, any suggestions, let me know. I still have some other improvements to make to this. But over here is like my little village containment area. We put all these guys into minecarts whenever we go and transport them, because they're a lot easier to transport in minecarts, honestly. So they sort of come over through there and they drop down through this one block hole. They take a little bit of damage, but for the most part, it's not a big deal. So that's all right. You know what I could try? I could probably try trading with these villagers and seeing if we can get them to breed that way. That's probably a good idea. That might be part of the problem, is that I haven't traded with them. They may have, I don't know, villagers may have died too many times. I don't know. This is a little extra house over here, just to store some things over here. It's nothing too major. It's not meant to be a huge deal, but it has a nice little bed in it whenever I'm working on stuff over here. Of course, we store some like sugarcane and like villager trading stuff over here, emeralds, things like that. So that's pretty cool. And then down here is where the temporary storage for all the villagers I've gotten thus far is. So we have all kinds of like cartographers and librarians and fishermen and all kinds of things over here. All of them are in minecarts, and as you can see, they extend all the way down here. These guys are very good. They have some very good trades. I haven't really experimented with a lot of them, but they do have some very good trades. Is it this librarian? Yeah, this guy's a power 4 guy, and he's got like another power 4, and he's got feather falling too, which is that. But hey, it's still pretty cool. This guy's a 6 emerald silk touch, which is impressive. Her rest of his enchants are pretty bad, but some of these guys are okay. Efficiency 5. I mean, some of these guys are okay. I mainly look for the villager librarians, specifically because I want to get that mending trade. And once we get a good mending trade, I will probably defend that villager with my life, because it's very difficult to get a mending villager. Not really very difficult, but it can be a lot more difficult than getting other types of villagers. So getting one of those guys is going to be pretty important moving forward as well. I'm hoping to get one of those guys pretty darn soon. Did we finish this? Yeah, we did. Okay. So that's pretty much it for this main area. There's not much else to really show you guys around here. I still have a lot of work to do in terms of this farm area, and a lot of work to do, like I said, on that villager breeder area, and a little bit of work left to do over here on the village, because obviously we want to finish that pretty soon. But apart from that, most of these areas are, well, pretty much done. So then we have one more place to go to, and I don't know if I can actually get there with one rocket. I don't think I can. That's been one of the problems in this world. I don't have a mob farm, so getting around to places can be quite difficult. That's why I use so many ender pearls. It's a lot easier to get to places because I don't have any rockets if I use ender pearls. So we're just gonna kind of ender pearl over to the pathway over here. If we go this way, yeah, right here. So this is the extra pathway. It comes off the back of the village over here, as you can see, and it leads all the way over to my Patreon village. So for those who don't know what Patreon is a service where you can pledge to a creator a certain amount of money per month, and you get a certain amount of rewards for it, whatever the creator sets for the rewards. Nice little cave right here as well. I really like this overhang, or this overpass, whatever you want to call it. Little pass through the mountainside, through the hillside. But this pathway leads to a village that I am currently still in the progress of making for patrons who pledge $10 or more per month over at Patreon. And obviously every patron, if they want to, can build a house. Both of the patrons that I have houses to build for, one of which I built, the other I have not quite finished yet. I have the design sent to me by the patron. I haven't actually implemented the design just yet. Do you have a bed on me? I don't have a bed. All right, guys, let me go to sleep real quick. I'll finish that thought in just a minute. So as I was saying, this is the pathway that comes over to my patron village. Now there is a portal right here, right next to the village, in the middle of this roofed forest, where the village actually is, to head into the nether, which is where we're going next. But for now, we'll show you the one building that I have over here at the patron village. Like I said, not much done over here just yet. I'll definitely be working on this within this next month and getting the second house in as well. But this is sort of the block palette we're going with. We're going with the spruce and the dark oak, and we're going with some of the green stuffs and the stones. And whoever designs these are more than welcome to do whatever they want with them, as long as they're within that color palette. So it can be a ruined house like this. It can be some sort of mansion. As long as it's not too big, it's usually okay. Because if it's too big, then we'll start running out of room. But for the most part, things are okay. And this is the pathway design I've chosen. I really like this sort of brown, worn down pathway design to use for this area in this roofed forest. I've never actually built too much in a roofed forest, so having this pathway design just sort of makes sense to me. But I really do like it. So not too much to check out there just yet, but there will be more coming very, very soon. And now we can head into the nether for the second to last part of this tour. We're going to head over, actually, I think, to the wither skeleton farm, and I'll show you guys what's going on over there. So here we are heading up to the nether fortress where the wither skeleton farm is. I did take the shaders off, otherwise you wouldn't really be able to see much over here, but this is essentially what's over here. I want to actually see if I can grab a looting sword so that we can take care of these guys. But this, like I said, is my wither skeleton farm. It is Tango Tech's design. It has no redstone and is nothing but a bunch of spawning platforms and a nice roof over my head. The way that this farm works is that because we're standing on these daylight sensors and because there are stairs right here, we are more than 2 blocks tall in terms of like what others can see, I guess. So only wither skeletons can actually see us, believe it or not. And the blazes, as long as we don't jump, can't. So that's what makes this a farm so effective. And as you can see, pretty darn effective. We don't have any skeleton heads in here. I've already killed 3 withers because of this farm in the span that I've had it. So it is a very effective farm. It works quite well for me. I very much enjoy it, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who is looking for a pretty simple, pretty easy wither skeleton farm to make. It does take quite a few resources, but at the end of the day, it is very, very useful. So I would highly recommend it to anybody who does want to use a wither skeleton farm for their early game stuff. But that's it for the nether. That's all we've done over here. We're gonna finish things off over at the in the end, where I've done quite a bit of work in terms of working on an enderman farm and things like that. So let me go ahead and hop over to there now, guys, and I'll show you guys the enderman farm and the things that we've done over there. So here we are in the end. I have turned the shaders back on because I think it looks pretty cool in the end. But over this way, we have our path to the enderman farm. Sorry about that, guys. The path to the enderman farm over here, which is actually an Ilmango design. I've done other designs in the past, particularly the huge endermite farm one, or endermite centered one that we've seen in the past. I've used before. Ethos used it, and DocM, and a whole bunch of others. But I've never used this one before, and this one is, oh my goodness, it is so efficient. As you can already see, it is an Ilmango design, so of course it is. But I do very much love standing over here and getting a bunch of ender pearls. As you can see, lots of ender pearls over here, getting lots of XP over here. Which can we kill some guys, please? How long does it take to kill these guys? Usually not this long. Interesting. Anyways, it's a pretty cool little farm over here. I very much enjoy it. We have ourselves an enchantment area over here. Let's actually just throw you out. And that's really about it. I mean, we don't have much else over here. Right now, I just use that for XP and for getting ender pearls and for getting... obviously, we don't need the XP right now, but for getting enchants and stuff whenever we die, because we do die. I have died... Go on my statistics. I have died twice. So, not fun, but we do end up recovering from it, and all is well that ends well. But guys, I'm pretty sure that's it for the tour. We don't really have much else. There is a mesa area that I found, but we haven't done anything over there. I've just been speed mining over there. I think that's actually it. Most of the other biomes that we found are just simply regular biomes to find resources in and stuff, so I wouldn't worry about those. These are the main parts of the area, though. The main parts of what we do around here, so I wouldn't worry about those other things too much. Oh yeah, my home bed is, yeah, you can see we're back at spawn right now. So let me go ahead, guys, and pick a comment for today to end things off. Thank you guys for watching today. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully you all enjoyed the tour. Let me go ahead, like I said, though, and get ourselves a comment for the day, and then I will end off today's episode with that comment. And here we are with today's comment. So let's actually get a nice little place to stand by. Where do we want to stand? Right here? Right here? Just kind of look back. Yeah, I like this right here. So today's comment is from a user by the name of Muchachad, or Mucho, who said, White, you should build some custom rocks spread out on the village to break the flatness of the green grass. Also some stone buttons for tiny pebbles, etc. Anyways, great episode. Can't wait for the next one. Well, thank you, Mucho, and thank you all for your comments last episode. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. That's why we added some stones around here. As you can see, one right there. I don't think there's any more over there, but we did add some. I do plan to add a few more, because it adds not only detail to the area, but like Mucho said, it breaks up the flatness of the green grass, all these flat areas, because this is a pretty flat area. We're in a plains biome, or I think this is plains. Maybe this is forest. I don't know. Either way, it does break up a lot of the flatness around here, so I very much agree with that. Actually, is this plains or is this... Yeah, this is plains. I was right. Don't doubt yourself, White. Anyways, yeah, definitely agree with that, and that's why we've been doing that, and I plan to do more of that coming up. But guys, that is going to do it for the world tour. Not a very long world tour. Not a whole lot to show off just yet, but there'll be plenty more to show off in the future. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, go ahead, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or are not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later.